Mike Chacho, King God.
Yo, what's good, world? Hey, first of all, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host, King God, and your other host, Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho? Hey, listen, we've been seeing y'all checking out our website. Thank y'all so much for visiting our website, checking out all the info, the giveaways, and everything we're doing moving forward. But y'all missing one thing. Go grab the merch. Grab the merch, support the podcast. This is how we keep it going, right? And not only that, 10% of it going to our foundation, the Royalty Knowledge and Culture Foundation, where we keep on helping the community and build a community that way also. So it's for a good cause. So once again, go grab the merch, and thank y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host King God and your other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho? Appreciate y'all. One. Yo, what's good? Where you tuning into the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host King Guy, the other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
What's good, bro? How you doing today?
Living, bro. I'm blessed. How you know, man? What you know, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, man. Same here, man. Same here. So let's look what's been trending out here on social media. So what I've been seeing lately is an artist named D1. You know, from New Orleans. If a lot of people don't know who he is, I can kind of look him up. He's an artist, activist, and he talks a lot about financial literacy also. But he had a statement, man. He was on a podcast or a radio show. And he was talking about how was he on Sway?
He was on Sway in the morning.
He was on Sway in the morning. So shout out to Sway. But he was pretty much just kind of speaking about our music and the music, what's going on in the music. We spoke about this before as far as how music is influencing the next generation and just the people in the world, period. You know, no matter if you're from the hood, you're from the suburbs, or whatever walk of life you in right now. So he was pretty much just was talking about it and just saying about the violence and the drugs and all kind of negativity that's in the music right now. And he pretty much just kind of singled out a few people like Rick Ross, Meek Mills, Jim Jones, and I think he was pretty much singling them out about the music is about them just kind of promoting that type of music at the age they at too, exactly. and at the stage and the status they at right now. And I mean he had some valid points. I don't see too much he said that was wrong. Because again, we already spoken about this before on a few episodes about the influence of today's music and just in music in general. You know, we always said that, you know, a lot of people follow music just like how we used to follow music in a few things. Like how we used to follow Jeezy and T.I. and the things they used to talk about that made us want to do what they was talking about as far as like selling dope or banging sometime here and there, just kind of hustle and get money. But we've seen a growth in people like Young Jeezy too,
right.
And especially Young Jeezy last album, just a growth in it. But the thing that got me was people like Rick Ross just coming back in his defense, also just coming back just saying like, bro, who are you? Like, what are you talking about? You know, I do this, I do that for the community. You know, I'm doing turkey drives and I'm giving out, you know, Christmas gifts and stuff to our community and just kind of uplifting the community. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. And I know you had a question about this, talking about is giving back to your community as far as like, you know, turkey drives or Christmas gifts or buying a single mother a house overlooks what we're talking about in the music and influencing the other kids. And I said, I mean, it can go either way, man. But like I said, I can see what D1 was talking about on his side, and I can see what Rick Ross, and I can't really see what Jim Jones was talking about, but definitely what Rick Ross was saying as far as like what he do as far as giving back to community. He can talk about whatever he want to talk about. But I don't know, man. What are you thinking as far as that, bro? Just kind of.
I mean, first of all, them guys like Rick Ross and Jim Jones almost 50. And that don't excuse them from making mistakes as men and as just people, human beings, period. But you know,
I don't know. You say they 50? They
no,
almost
I'm
50?
saying they close to 50, if not 50. It doesn't even matter. See, this is the thing, right? Once you hit a certain level of achievement of especially monetary achievement, why do you have to continue to discuss violence and guns and killing and all this? And now, don't get me wrong, I love music. You know what I'm saying? I love that music too. You know what I'm saying? We grew up on it. You know what I'm saying? But it has to come a time when you be like, you know what? I done made all this, kind of like what Jeezy did. I made all these records that set up a lot of people downfall. Whether I led them to it or they just found in themselves. When I'm gonna be a responsible person, black man in our community, and say, you know what, let me speak about the positive, or decide once you get out of that kind of situation not to go back, and don't keep pouring gasoline on the fire. I can stand it. I can understand if you're an upcoming artist, and that's your struggle. But once you hit a certain level in life, especially when you can take care of people, do you have to keep speaking death? If you're an artist, for the most part, artistically grow, from what I understand, right? And it's a lot of not growing. But I'm seeing guys, multimillionaires on jets and living life, but they still talking about they in the hood, they spinning their block, they putting a bag on somebody's head. And it's like, you got younger kids that don't know no different, or they think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's a sense of responsibility. And for these older gentlemen that been in the business 20 some years and made millions of dollars to continue to push that, it is like a double-edged sword. It's like, okay, like D1 said, yeah, you gave out 20,000 turkeys, but I guess I guarantee your music done touch more than 20,000 lives. You understand what I mean? Just because you go build a single mom a home, does it make everything what you said or what you're pushing valid? Because you can build her a single home, but guess what? The people that stay in that community that listening to your music, they're hyping them up to do certain things, or not even do certain things, but encourage that behavior, gonna shoot that same home up, whether it be ricochets, whether it be, them shooting at somebody else, whatever the case may be. So, just because you do something in your neighborhood or do something for black people, that don't make it better. You still pushing the poison, And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't like the music. I love that, I love ratchet music, but at the same time, I'm not out here pushing no dope. I'm not out here killing nobody, because I know the difference. And also too, Joe, that young brother D1 didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't even come at them guys in a disrespectful manner.
Yeah.
So for them to do a rebuttal, and they're very disrespectful rebuttal to me, and then kind of like threaten that young man for being positive. Whereas black men, can we say anything without getting threatened or killed for the betterment of our community? It's a bigger issue than just calling out rappers. You know what I'm saying? So now, go ahead, bro.
No, you go ahead. No, because I was just gonna kind of interrupt you a little bit by saying that you just made a good point there, because we seen the other video that kind of went viral when an older guy was walking by this boy that was trying to do a film. He was filming or something, and then he was just trying to give him some advice or whatever, and he kind of interrupted his FaceTime or whatever, and then he wanted to shoot the man. Like,
yeah,
it didn't make any sense. So I just wanted to bring that into it, because I understand where you're coming from when you can try to say something positive or try to tell a young guy or just any person and be like, hey man, just kind of chill out, just go this route with it. I can just kind of give you my opinion. Then they don't want to listen to it, and they trying to attack you. Like, you can't even say nothing to nobody no more.
I mean, when it's gonna get to the point when we gotta stop going to prison, stop getting shot up or getting killed or killing somebody to say, you know what, man, we really don't have to live like this, man. We have advantages in this world, man. Whether it's systemic and it's a lot of people that do live in poverty, but that's all over the world, man. We got to stop freaking complaining, you know what I'm saying, about a lot of stuff, because my thing is this: if you're not trying to make it better, why complain about it? You understand what I mean? Now, I understand if you in the gutter and you in the streets and you this and that and it ain't no options. That's a whole nother segment. But when you living like these guys, like the Jesus and the Gottis and the Rick Rosses and even the T.I., whoever the case may be, it has to be some more positivity, because see, this is the thing, right? Even though you do what you consider is philanthropy work or a charity work for a small group of people or a massive group of people, that still don't stop you from them playing your songs and your videos to the masses. And see, you don't just influence the hood, because the hood already living that. So what you're doing is you grabbing experiences from people that's living that every day, and you trying to portray it like you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, now it's bleeding over to this, which it had been like CB4. If anybody remember CB4 with Chris Rock, it bleeds into the suburbs, it bleeds into all these different areas. Hell, they got drill music in London, in New Zealand, and all kind of stuff like. And it's crazy. They talking about spinning on ops and stuff. Our culture is bigger than just rap. Our culture is bigger than just violence and guns and this and that. It is, you know what I'm saying? But we always show that side of us, or they always show that side of us, and we sit there and let them do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't never show no black dads out here playing with their kids, trying to teach them how to change tires, mothers, teaching their daughters how to cook, or males teaching their daughters how to change tires, or whatever the case. They never show that side. But it's like the government. Me and this guy was having a debate. And if you ever think about it, every time they speak of black men, they speak of incarcerated black men, what we have to do in order to keep them out of jail or to get them out of jail. But they never speak about the black men that don't go to jail, that go to work every day, that pay their bills, that still put up with the same bullshit that every other man has to, and especially black men, when you got to go to work and leave home and the police still stop, you still got to put on a straight face, because you still got to feed your family. We never push that positive, hey, you got to go get it attitude without putting your culture and yourself and your community in danger. And for those guys to sit there and bash that dude and basically kind of threaten him, hey, I don't know if my cousin might not like what you say, and he might want to slap the dread out your face. You 50 years old, bro. You can't stop that. You can't stop that. When is being gangster?
Bro, that nigga lame, bro. At the end of the day, bro, that's lame, bro.
When is being gangster not gangster no more? That's what I want to know.
I don't know Jim Jones personally, man, but bro, you look corny. You sound corny for saying that. None of that stuff don't mean nothing, bro. Ain't nobody that hard, no gangster. Anybody can pull the trigger, bro. Trust me. Anybody can pull the trigger. But not only that, it's just like everybody be trying to be these tough guys and try to play tough guy, man. Man, come on, bro. There ain't nobody that tough in this world, bro. Trust me. It's always a tougher dog out there. And not only that, it's not the thing that really doesn't make any sense is the guy ain't even come out like he was dissing y'all. Y'all here joking on him, y'all clowning him, and y'all try to belittle his activity that he's been doing. Like I don't get it, because y'all never heard of him. Guy been putting in work, because he probably ain't been putting in work in y'all type of scale. But like you were just saying, like people that like guys that go to work every day, that just try to take care of their family, just try to just do stuff in the community, it's frowned upon. Oh, they lame, they corny, they square, they're not hitting on nothing. Like nobody don't want those type of guys. They want us. We the ones that got the chains and we flying in private jets and this and that. I just think like, man, especially social media, man. Social media just kind of just glorifies so much of that, to the point that they look at the other guys, at the hardworking black men, and look at them like, man, what are these guys, man? Y'all want these guys? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So I don't like the bashing of it, bro. It
You know
doesn't.
what's crazy?
Everybody can have an opinion, but I just don't like the bashing of it because, like you said, bro, my cousin gonna touch you. Like what?
Like your cousin ain't gonna get shot too. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna let somebody come and mush me because I work a 9 to 5? Cause that ain't how the world work, man. And see, all that trickle down to a lot of factors. Like, think about this, right? Now it's wrong to take a young lady to Chili's or Applebee's or wherever the case may be. Now you got to spend a whole house note to go take a person that you just trying to speak to and try to get to know out to impress her. See, social media, this is really the hip hop culture, bro. It's not, I ain't gonna say hip hop culture. It's that piece of hip hop, that materialistic way of thinking that I gotta show the world what I'm working with. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thinking that clouds everything else. The raspities of the young lady that rap, the J. Cole's, the underground people that's really doing it, the MC, like, you know, we overshadow all the great stuff in hip hop because the couple bad, I ain't gonna say bad seeds, but the people that push a certain kind of narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's in rock music, it's in a lot of music, you know what I'm saying, in different kind of cultures also, but I can't speak for them because I don't listen to that. You know, my kids listen to basically what I listen to. And one thing, let me say this. One thing I know, when we was growing up, we were listening to music too, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, our parents was young too, you know, and daddy was big on Tupac and stuff like that, Uncle and all that. So, but when I got older, I learned it was multiple sides of Tupac. It was the thug that everybody glorified in our community, the thug part, but the revolutionary part, the poet part, the man that was very vulnerable part. We never played on that until he died. It takes people to die to bring out your good shit. And I ain't never understand that about our culture. You know what I'm saying? Why you hear, oh man, I don't mess with him, man. Bro be on some other stuff. But when he did, man, bro was all right, man. He was funny as hell. He was this and that. And that's only in our, that I can only say that for our culture, you know. And for that young man, D1, to come out and speak life into everybody, because he didn't say nothing wrong.
No.
And for those guys, older guys, that's multi-millionaire guys, to come up in a public platform and basically try to piss on this man parade for no reason, it shows us the disconnect in our community. Yeah. It shows us that
they look lame,
every black person,
they look lamer than him for that, saying that, bro.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Is like every black person ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? You got what you call black people that's trying to do something in life and trying to just be comfortable, just trying to live. And then you got niggas. And the niggas always outshine the black people because that's who we always put all our lights on. We don't never do what we supposed to do and turn it around. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Anytime it's a political or social event happen where if it does something to our community, the first people we go to is our artists, our actors, our entertainers, right? In other cultures, in other places, they don't go to their damn actors to know what's going on in the black community. They don't go, their community. They don't go to, they don't go to the popular people. They go to their scholars. They go to journalists. They go to people that do the homework. But our culture, it's just like what Dave Chappelle said when 9/11 happened. They had Ja Rule on TV talking about 9/11. Like, who want to hear from Ja Rule about the damn 9/11? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You got Dr. Cornel West. You got all these other guys that can speak intelligently, and Mr. Farrakhan, and all these guys that can speak so intelligently, and put us in a better light. But we choose to push up the guys that, so dope in this, or spin a block, or not even, never did none of that, but rap about it or speak about it like they living that life. And damn, my folks ain't living that life, man. They on jet skis with DJ Khaled and shit, having a good time, where it's really some cats out here in the trenches really living that life. And y'all ain't trying to go back and help them. y'all just pouring gasoline on the fire. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We so
I
lost.
just feel like they could talk a lot more about their life now. Like, talk about the turkeys that you're giving out. Talk about the families that you helping. Look at the Jay-Z, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not even that though. Not even that. Give people a plan. Like, okay, yeah, I used to do all this and I did all this, but make your album how to get out of those situations.
But that's what I was talking about as far as Jay-Z. Like, it's
yeah.
that albums. Like, even the blueprint was the blueprint. Like,
exactly.
Hey, blueprint right here, boom, here you go. The 444, man, that album was
444.
Jesus. Like, he was telling people, hey, get your credit right. Here you go, boom. That type of elevation is what we talking about. Like, straight up. Like, we don't have to continue. Yeah, we understand what you went through to get where you at now. And we seen that journey just like Jeezy in his last album. We seen that journey, what you was going through to where you at now. Like, dang, we see the growth. We see the way you moving now. We see the way you looking now and everything. We see the whole growth. And that's just what it is. And that's the only thing D1 was talking about. That's the only thing he was talking about. He was like, man, listen, y'all, we just seen what y'all went through. We all have been through that mud stage, but y'all don't gotta continue that. You know, because at this point it's like bro, you just bought a huge mansion on the island over here in Miami, and it's like you still talking about sliding and putting money on people's head, which you can still do. You can still be doing that. He might. I mean, I don't know, but at the end of the day, it just don't look like. I don't know if you that slow to the point that you're gonna be having all this and still be doing that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know people like I don't know them personally, man. But we just like I said, it's just our opinions. But we didn't see anything wrong. D1 said, and even the way he approached it, I don't see nothing wrong. The way he approached it, he wasn't like his tone wasn't crazy. And
he started off the conversation with I love these brothers too much to lie to them.
People don't want to hear that, man. People don't want to hear that, man. But I just don't understand people threatening people either, man. I never understood people threatening people anyway. It's like you either gonna do it or you ain't.
You know what though, bro?
So I don't know.
How long it's gonna take, or how old you gotta be to understand that going through the mud, there's always another side to that, right? Once you find out there's water on the other side of going through that mud, yeah, I'm gonna get up and get clean, right? I'm gonna figure it out. But if you steady 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, you know, everybody got their different timing, and you still going through the mud, and you ain't trying to figure it out. No, you're not. You didn't figure it out. I think you're not trying to figure it out.
Right.
I can understand if you that old, you just getting out of prison, or you just having some bad times and you trying to figure it out. I can understand that, but when you a multi-millionaire and what you say affects a lot of people, you ain't going through the mud no more. You own the water to wash mud off of people. You understand what I mean? But if you ain't washing nobody off, you ain't no better than the people that's, you know, you ain't no better. You ain't no better than the system. You helping the system out. So now, these people that try to keep away from snitching and all this, you will perpetuate, you helping the system by keeping these brothers in there. Whether you like it or not, it's a food chain. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately what you rapping about is what get people dead or in prison. And that, I don't get how a Rick Ross or a Jim Jones or any of these cats think like that. Yo, Gotti, you worth almost $50 million. It's a lot of stuff in your city that you can quail, but you say you don't want to because that ain't your business. Okay, cool. It might not be your business. Everybody ain't made for all that, but at the same time, stop rapping about it because you're not living that. Everybody want to be real in hip hop, but it's real fake. Right. It's real fake. Ain't nobody doing none of that stuff, man. And if you are, you're a dumbass. NBA YoungBoy in Utah under federal protective custody. He can't even be around all his family and friends. He can't go back home. And he's still rapping my slide under for protective custody. PC. Come on, man. When is gangster not gangster no more, bro? I don't get it.
Bro. We're living in a new gangster world, bro. I don't know.
This shit ain't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Y'all enjoy your life and y'all keep on talking whatever y'all want to talk. Cause hey, listen, I'm gonna listen to the music regardless. I'm a, cause like I said, I listen to it. I just got the new Rick Ross and Meek Mill's album. I'm just kind of listen to it because I like to listen to music. Period. But like you said, we understand what not to do. A lot of people just don't. But other than that, that's all I had to say. Mike, you had one last word or anything? If not,
being a man is about growth, bro. I can't speak for a woman. I ain't never been no woman. I don't want to be no woman. But as a man, being a male and getting older, if God let you see another year, it's about growth. And if you ain't growing, then you stagnant. You ain't no good to nobody. And that's just what it is, man. So everybody, man, let's do some self-reflection, man. Let's grow. That's all I got to say about that.
bless, man, bless. Hey, once again, we definitely appreciate y'all. I need y'all to go check out the website, don'tevenknowbruhpodcast.com, don'tevenknowbruhpodcast.com. Go grab some merch and just also subscribe to the email list and community list and donate also to the foundation. And we definitely appreciate it for tuning into the I Don't Even Know Bruh podcast with your host, King God. The host, Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. One.
The growth to get a little tipsy. Find me a bitty for licky. I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around like I missed it. Elliot, jewelry moving like juice. Knocking out gold, then it hit me. Mike Chacho, King God. What it is. I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what